Some additional thoughts about joy. So joy is joy, everything. So I had like 3 separate thoughts. So I'm gonna go down one by one. So if I was listening to Dr. Jewel Pookrum speak one time about peptides in the brain and how our thoughts, the thoughts that we have or the thoughts that we think most consistently, change the peptides or the chemicals that our brain creates. So, and those peptides influence the ways that our organs function. Hold on. And so it's really interesting, right? So the quality of our thought, that was mind blowing to me when I heard it. I was like, okay, so what I'm thinking, but that makes sense, because if we on a certain level of science, right? They say that electromagnetic fluctuations are what govern chemical reactions, right? They're what govern, and you could say govern, but you could also say guide, or set the tone for, or set the trend for, by chemical reactions. So that's interesting when you see that thoughts change peptides, because a thought is it's an energy form. It's electric, and generally, because thoughts come with emotions, it's electromagnetic. Usually thoughts are electric, emotions magnetic. You can think of it like that. But if you really think about like the interconnected human system, every thought generally our thoughts are connected with our emotions. So it's an electromagnetic experience. And so this joy, right? This joy that when we experience it and when we feel that, that's a certain chemical signature. That's a chemical signature. Like there's a different chemical compound from a joyous electromagnetic occurrence than an angry, sad, disgruntled, or whatever. And the chemicals that are produced by the brain influence the way that all of those organs operate. So joy, living in a joyful state, improves the efficiency of your organelle, of all of your organ systems, right? That's wild. And we see that people who have a steady heart, people who don't like succumb to, who can experience the extremes of emotion without being like thrown by the emotion or being in the throes of emotion, which would be like being pulled, right? Or being pulled from, a place of peace, right? You can still be extreme and be peaceful. So those of us who have strong hearts and can do that tend to live longer, because we're able to maintain even in the upheaval of emotion, which happens because we're like the ocean. We rise up. Our emotions are like the ocean. Like the ocean wave come up, it get real big, crash, go down, right? You know what I'm saying? That's emotions. So when we do that, when that big upheaval comes, if you're a surfer, you're gonna surf that out. Move in a certain way, you can ride it real smooth. So if you become, like Buddhist monks are like masterful, some of them at least are like masterful emotional surfers. So when the emotional wave comes up, no matter what kind of wave it is, they just surf it, ride it out, and they're good. And that, creates longevity, because we're not expending so much energy going on this electromagnetic pendulum of fluctuations. We smooth out the fluctuations, right? And that smoothness, that consistency creates longevity. Not saying that like emotions are bad for you, right? Because if we stagnate or stop the emotional flow, then that's also disease. So we can't stagnate the flow and we can't stop the flow. We have to sit with it. We have to acknowledge. We have to move with it. But at the same time, we have to move with it in a way where it doesn't overtake us, where, the wave's not crashing on. If you're surfing and the wave crashes on you and you roll the fuck over and smack your face on the, or the board smacks you in the fucking eye. That shit, yeah, we gotta eliminate that shit. We gotta surf the waves of emotion, stay balanced. So yeah, and that's interesting. So how that connects to joy is that when we're able to continuously train ourselves to be in a state of joy, what that's building our surfboard. You feel me? Like we're building our surfboard emotionally to then surf the waves of emotion in life. You feel me? Yeah, like I can get through all of this shit because I built a surfboard made of joy, and I'm surfing through reality. That's the way I do it, and it has never failed me. So yeah, that's about it. Yeah. So, and like joy. Okay, last thing. Joy is this orgasmic. Is the energy of like seedlings bursting through the soil. You feel me? Like it's that orgasmic life energy. You know what I'm saying? That's joy. That's when the seedlings pop out, when the shit pop out, when shit hatches, boom, I'm alive. It's joyful, right? So that's why joy is healthy for us, because, you know, we can summon all of the power of orgone and orgasm, you know, but in a very consistent and a deliberate way, you know, through the training of our emotional bodies to a consistent pattern of joy. Yeah, that's work. That's kung fu right there. You know what I'm saying? That's discipline. You know what I'm saying? Like to my Shaolin brothers, that's one level that you can take it. You know, and so that's the art. At least that's the way that I see it. You know, but you know, yeah, that's it. So, additional thoughts on joy.